Hi, my name's Charlotte and today I'm going to give you a blueprint for how to nail the bourgeois look that's all over the catwalks right now. And I'm going to show you how to have just a little bit of fun with it as well. So first of all, what is bourgeois? Well, as the name would suggest, it means middle class, and it, I think, oozes French understated style. It's often about mixing separates and invariably there is a cinched in waist and there's not a lot of flesh going on. It's definitely not a sexy look. I think that it's more sort of powerful, confident, grown-up woman vibes, which I love. So let's get started. The first thing I think you need to do is to choose your separates, your bottoms and your tops. I'm going to start with bottoms. Now there's two main styles dominating the catwalk, skirts and culottes. And the length of both of these seems to be in the sort of knee length to midi range. And the kind of fabrics we're seeing these items in are things like wools, checks, tweeds, all quite traditional fabrics, but all quite expensive looking. The styles I'm seeing a lot, lots and lots of pleated skirts, whether that be a full pleated skirt or a sort of an A-line skirt with either a central pleat or two central pleats. I think that's the epitome of the bourgeois look. Can you do trousers with bourgeois? Yeah, absolutely, I think you can. Right now, I'd suggest high-waisted, wide-leg trousers, and if you can throw a check in there, so much the better. Dresses, again, yes, but I think they need to be cinched in at the waist. And finally, suits. I think a suit really suits this this look, because anything sort of linking top and bottom together is a good thing with the bourgeois look. So onto tops. The pussy bow is again the epitome of the bourgeois look, so stock up on those. Blouses, shirts, again really expensive looking fabrics, silks, satins, they all look fab. Don't stop at just shirts and tops, then I think you need to be considering your knitwear options as well. And on the knitwear front, anything big, baggy, oversized is definitely a no-no. You want to be thinking quite fitted. Again, any matching details between the top and the bottoms is great. Patterns like Argyle and Fair Isle fit in 100% with this look, and items like tank tops, little fitted cardigans, little fitted jumpers all work very well. And I forgot to mention big voluminous sleeves, whether that be in jumper form or in a blouse. That is bang on trend right now, so the bigger the sleeves the better. Oh, and I forgot to mention leather. Leather anywhere, tops and bottoms. So leather skirts, leather culottes, leather shirts, you name it, leather is totally on trend right now. So bring it into your tops and bottoms and have fun with it. Next up, footwear. Getting your footwear right is key to this look, and without a doubt the number one choice for the bourgeois look is a pair of knee-high boots. Doesn't matter whether they are stiletto heeled, block heeled, kitten heeled, round toed, square toed, pointed toed, that's irrelevant, just so long as they are knee high and they are, again, quite quality expensive looking, nothing slutty. Very important, don't go down the slutty route. So we're thinking about animal prints as well at the moment in knee-high boots, mock crocs, massive, and snake prints, just not going out of trend right now, and I personally don't think it ever will. I think it's just a classic look. Other options for footwear, I am loving the whole shoes with pattern tights combo. By pattern tights, I am talking animal prints, so think leopard, think snake, think zebra. I'm talking patterns like Argyle, the golfing one, that looks great on tights, lace tights, floral tights, you name it, anything that's got a bit of personality, which is where I think you can bring some individuality to this look, is playing with the little details like this to really make it your own. I don't think it needs to be in your face, but sort of subtle and playful is really good. And tights, they can be paired with almost any shoes apart from a trainer, definitely not a trainer. So Mary Janes are back in fashion, loafers are good, loving a loafer with a heel right now. Kitten heels, really comfortable, and Belly There sandals is another staple not to let go of necessarily in the winter. Maybe not on rainy days, but you know, evening out with a pair of subtly funky tights, I think that could look very unique and very stylish. Next up, accessories, and we're going to start with the scarf, which tied around the neck in a very classical design is again just so bourgeois that you have to do that at some stage this winter. So think chain prints, think rich bright colours, and use a scarf to really liven up your outfit and change your outfit too. You can wear the same outfit and a different scarf can make it look completely different. Often they're just tied around the neck in quite a traditional way, in a knot or in a bow, maybe to the side a bit, but that looks rocking with a blouse or a shirt or even some knitwear. Next up, belts. Now, because the cinched in waist is synonymous with this look, you've got loads of opportunity to have fun with belts, and any width goes from skinny to huge. I'm really loving anything that looks quite sort of middle class, like you've spent a little bit of money on it. Gold details, anything that smacks of equestrian, sort of buckles and kind of details that look a bit like horses. Well, not like horses, but like horse equipment. That's all good. And finally, let's talk about hats. So I don't think this look needs a hat necessarily, but I think it can take a hat. So if you want to put hats in, then go for your life. I love a hat personally. And if you want to be bang on trend, then the bucket hat is the way to go. They were all over the catwalk. Just a quick word on jewellery. Now, I'm not wearing a lot of jewellery with this look because not a lot of room for it. But if you have room for it, then go classic. Pearls, chains, simple jewellery, gold jewellery, that kind of thing would look great. Next up, handbags. Now, at the moment, any size of handbag seems to be acceptable, from enormous tote bags to teeny weeny little useless pathetic handbags that I am not recommending. But I think this look really favours a sort of medium size to sort of petite to medium sized bag that's structured, that's neat, that's quite classical looking. So go for those is my advice. And steaming on to the final thing, which is your outerwear. Can't talk about outerwear without starting on blazers, because blazers are once again the absolute epitome of the bourgeois look. Any kind of fabric seems to be going, but particularly things like wools and tweeds and checks are bang on trend. So is double-breasted, and so is oversized. I'm not so keen on this because I don't like losing the silhouette of, you know, the body shape that I work hard to achieve, but that's just me. It's very fashionable right now, so if you want to be bang on trend, then oversize is the way to go. Next up on that front is cape coats. So I love a cape coat. Very stylish, and I think you've got two options. You can either go for the sort of classical cape coat look, camel cape coat, that, you know, neutrals, looks very, very chic. Or there is an opportunity right now to go for something really statement and wow. So very long cape coats are very fashionable. Prints, checks, leopard print, you name it. If you've got the balls to go for a very statement over the top cape coat, then you can pull it off with this look, because you can make everything else quite pared down and then let the cape coat speak for itself. And another classic that absolutely falls within this category is the trench coat. Personally, I'm preferring longer rather than shorter sort of thigh length trench coats, and which leads me nicely onto long coats. Long coats are hugely on vogue at the moment, and they look fabulous over the top of all of the items we've been discussing. So, last point on outerwear is the humble bomber jacket. Now, I haven't got an example to show you because I don't own one actually, which I need to change. But I think the sort of contrast of the quite masculine bomber jacket with the quite sort of power woman, feminine skirt, culottes, knee-high boots combo is a really cool one, and so that's a combination to try. Okay, so that's it. In conclusion, have fun with this. There's lots of lovely patterns out there at the moment, like the checks, the animal prints. So take your cues from that in terms of on scarves. So take your cues from those to get your colour schemes for these outfits. And also I think this particular style of dressing, because it is largely about separates, it means you can have a bunch of items in your wardrobe that will give you so many looks, because you can swap them all around and try different shirts with different skirts. And say you had 5 skirts, 5 blouses, you could probably get, I don't know, at least 25 outfits out of it. Not sure if my maths is any good on that front, but the point is that I think that's completely wrong actually. No, maybe not. Anyway, the point is there's lots of scope for not having to spend a lot of money. There should be a lot of these items already in your wardrobe, and by cleverly mixing and matching them, you should be able to put together some winning outfits. So that's it. If you've enjoyed this, please let me know by liking it and commenting, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to hear. And if you want to see any more of my videos, then just head over to my website, which is allfurcoat.com. So thank you very much for listening.